Welcome to this POSSE training video. In this video, we'll be showing you how to use searches in POSSE Web. By the end of the video, you should be able to navigate to an all jobs search from the business menu, run a search for a particular job or permit, and use specific criteria to refine your results. Now, I'm going to be covering a lot of ground, so feel free to pause this video and go back if I'm moving too fast. Now let's get started. Now currently, I'm logged in as a building code plans reviewer. So I will be showing you searches that are commonly used within the building division. At the top of the menu, we have links to common things that are searched for. Here we have the customer search, the building permit search, and the TMK search, along with others. You'll notice that each link has its own set of criteria which slides out from the left. This is true of all searches within POSSE Web. For this video, we'll be focusing on the all jobs search. The all jobs search is a universal search that can be used to find any job or project in the system. If you have a specific file number, you can enter it at the top to find a single job or permit. And then you can search by either pressing enter or clicking the search button up here. I'll press enter. And you'll notice that our result row appeared down here below. Now, if you don't have a specific file number you're looking for, then you can select a job type to search against in the drop-down. If you don't see it immediately in the list that appears, you can begin typing the name of it. In this case, we'll select a POSSE building permit to search for. Now, after you selected the job type, you will need to choose one more criteria to search for. In this case, let's use the created date range. Hitting search. This will find all POSSE building permits found within the date range of September 4th, 2018. You'll notice down here below that I now have 54 results, and I can scroll to see more of the results inside of the results pane below. Now, if you have a smaller monitor and you're having a hard time viewing the results down below, you can use the collapse criteria button right up here to hide all of your criteria temporarily while you look at your results. As soon as you want to have the criteria back, you can just select the button again to retoggle the criteria pane. Now, let's refine our search further and add additional criteria, such as the job status. We can add it from this drop down here. And again, if we don't see what we need in the drop down, we can begin typing it here. So let's look for the start status. And hit search. We are now only showing 10 rows below because we're finding any POSSE building permits created in the date range with the start status. You can use the clear button to remove any entered fields you've already filled out. You can again also search on issued date and completed date as well, but we're going to try a new search now. Next thing we're going to try is the keyword search. This will find any job related to the specific keyword you entered. So let's try Kaihe. Excuse me. And hit search. Now, if you enter multiple keywords, it will filter by each word individually as a whole word. So we'll only find things that match both words or all words that you've entered. Down below, we'll see that we've found 51 results that are related to that particular word. In this case, usually found in the address field. Next, let's try a project ID. Now, searching on a project ID, such as a master tract number, will return first of all the master tract, and then any of the sub-jobs contained within that project. So we'll see the master tract here, and we'll see all of the sub-jobs, building permits, and the like that are associated to that project. Now, POSSE Web added a brand new search functionality called Search by Map. So let's try that now. To search by the map, we'll select the magnifying glass on the locate criteria, which will pull up the POSSE map in its own window. From here, I can select a parcel with which to search for related jobs. I'll come up here and select the Select tool, which has both single and multi-select options. I'll just use the single select option. Next, I'll choose the parcel I'd like to search by. In this case, I will use the POSSE Municipal Building, which is located right there at the edge of downtown. And with all of my parcels selected, I'll just go ahead and minimize the map. Now, you'll see that I have one item selected on the map showing in the locate criteria. And with no other criteria selected, I'm just going to hit search. And now POSSE Web will attempt to find all jobs related to that particular TMK. In this case, 527 of them. So these are old building permits, requests for investigation, or anything else within this contained within the system. Now, let's try an address search. We have two different options for this. We can either perform a simple search, which is just in this bar here. I'll search for 201 Ohua Avenue, which will return any jobs that are related to that address. Or I can select the advanced search option, which gives me the ability to be a little more detailed. So I can search for 500 to 700 on South King Street, which will find any jobs that are related to addresses that have a house number between 500 and 700. Now this is going to return quite a few rows, so it might take a bit to come back. There we go. 912 rows are returned from this particular search. Now lastly, what I want to cover is the tools found at the results bar down here at the bottom. I'll go over these briefly. The first thing that we have is the Create New option. This allows us to create brand new jobs, objects, or whatever we're searching for directly from the search. Next is the Export to Excel functionality. What this will do is generate an Excel spreadsheet of all of the results that we're currently seeing in the results pane and download it to our computer. In this case, I can see it at the bottom of my Google Chrome browser. Next is the Print option. This will just generate a new page that's a printable view of everything we're currently seeing in the results list, in case you want a hard copy. And we can close out of that tab to go back to where we were. The remaining three options are only available if you've had something selected with the checkboxes over here. So after we've selected a row, in this case the top one here, we have the option to Remember, which is a part of the POSSE Remember Recall functionality, which is covered in its own video. We have Locate, which will immediately pull up the POSSE map and show you the related TMK highlighted in yellow. If we zoom in, we can see this is the TMK associated with that particular permit. And lastly, we have the Remove from List option. This just allows you to remove that particular row from the results. Now we're only showing 911, and that way we have a more focused set of results for exporting or for searching or whatever you may be doing. Next over here is the text search bar. This allows you to keyword search any of the results that you're currently seeing. So we could type Honolulu Hale, and we'll actually now only see 35 of the 911 results, only those that include Honolulu Hale, in this case, in the job description. Hitting the X will remove that filter. The final thing that I need to cover is the navigation from the search results. Once you've found the row that you're looking for, you have two options. You can either double click it to pull up that particular job in POSSE Web, or we can navigate to it using the green play button on the left. Now, POSSE searches have a lot more functionalities that are not covered in this video. Those will all be covered in the advanced searches video. But for now, we've covered a lot of ground, so let's recap a little bit. First, we talked about navigating to searches from the business menu. We talked about the different criteria and how they're used, the ability to search clear criteria using locate by map and address searches, as well as the functionalities of the results bar and how to navigate. That's about it.